to say I keep a check. She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Needless to say, I'm keeping a check. She was a bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Thinking in a bad way, losing your grip. Screaming at my face, baby, don't trip. Someone took a big L, don't know how that felt. Looking at you sideways, party on tilt. Ooh, certain things you just can't refuse. She wanna ride like a cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. Then you're left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're a sunflower. I think your love would be too much, or you'd be left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower. Every time I'm leaving on you, you don't make it easy, no. Wish I could be there for you. Give me a reason to. Oh, every time I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me to turn around. Fighting for my trust and you won't back down. Even if we gotta risk it all right now. I know you're scared of the unknown. You don't wanna be alone. I know I always come and go, but it's out of my control. And you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. I think your love would be too much, or you'll be left in the dust, unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower.
Yo, chat. What is good, my friends? Happy Sunday. How are we? How are we? How are we? How are we? What is good, my friends? Let me get the chat popped out here. Me, baby. What is good, my friends? 1 second while I get you loaded in here. What's good? What's good? Let me load this, and then I need to add you guys. What is up? How we doing, chat? How are you guys? How was your weekend, man? I appreciate you. We're working on the new lighting. We always got something playing in the background now. I like that. It's a good use of this monitor. Today's the classic. It's a two-parter. I don't know why the lighting's so bad. You can't see it that well from this angle. But we got Interstellar on the background tonight. Oop, where'd that go? What is good, my friends? Alan, my brother, how are you? Guys, if you're free tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Excuse me, 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern, make sure to be tuned in. And Alan will be live on this channel right here. Oh, happy Sunday, my friends. I'm so happy to see you all. Josh, what's good? MediTrades, Stock Market Scientist, Aero Mech. Michael, what's good? Stop Loss Hitter. Stop Loss Hitter. That's an excellent name. Alex, what's good, brother? Ron Digg, Not Professor Green, Dirty, SC, Jacob. Too many choices. Amen. I like that. Let me get this. Shrink to fit. There we go. What is good? We got D1G, Marlon, AHP. What's up, Marco? May Trades, what's good? What's good, chat? How are we, my friends? Happy Sunday. I hope you all have had a great weekend. I am excited for this week. I'm chilling, dude. Let me put my little glasses on here because I got a bunch of lights staring at me in the face. What is up, my friends? NQ missed you. Oh, I love this comment here. It says, I still can't believe the reversal I'd been waiting for on Friday happened right after I called it a day. It's like the market hates me. I love just reading that to start because, one, I know 100% how you feel. Like, it's just brutal when the market feels like it's specifically coming for you. But what I will just say is, as you go through years of trading, that feeling becomes less and less annoying. It's actually a really big skill to be able to kind of let it go. As hard as it is, it feels impossible in the moment, but it really is a skill. Hope everybody is doing great, my friends. Happy Sunday. The background is set, man. I don't think we have anything else to add to the background. We've got the Fred Again poster. We've got Interstellar. The Hex Lights. Queens for Spider-Man. Lower East Side for me. RAKETRADES. I think we're set up pretty solidly here. So I'm excited, my friends. I hope everybody is doing great. Guys, give me half a second to post a link to Instagram real quick and just tell the world that we are live, and then we'll get started with some analysis. Ah, that's so bright. Where's our dark mode? I'm so used to dark mode now on the stream. So I'm excited, my friends. We'll have ourselves a good little Sunday. Let me get this posted right now. All righty, my friends. How are we? I just got to speak with some of you all, but I didn't hear anybody have a good weekend, man. Did you guys do anything exciting? I'm living vicariously through you. Cable management is needed badly. Cable management is needed very badly. Mural, as soon as I own the house, if I own this one, then we'll get the mural going because I think that's the perfect spot for it. Born and raised in Queens. Hell yeah. Home Alone shorts on when he jumps into the pool. My friend made these shorts. Guys, honest feedback. Honest feedback. He's an internet friend, but he's a friend. And he made these shorts. And I'm curious. Give me your honest feedback. I'm going to post about them and call him awesome no matter what. Because he's my boy. Honest feedback. Honest feedback. Honest feedback. Honest feedback. You know, I have a friend. You support the friend. He's not going to watch this stream, so he won't see it. Those ain't it. They suck. Oh, man. You guys are roasting him. I thought it was a beach towel. Thought it was a towel. Too long. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Well, let's not get too aggressive here, my friends. All right. When your friends start a business, you support them. Okay. You be positive. You say I'll wear those, you know, but I appreciate the feedback. I've learned a lot tonight. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate that. Oh, happy Sunday, man. Happy Sunday, guys. How is everybody? Let's get diving into the charts a little bit here. Ruthless, man. Ruthless. I'm not gonna lie, they're comfortable, and like I don't interact with people in Puerto Rico much. So when I'm wearing them around the house, I'm happy to do that. But I did get my answer on the on your guys' opinion and thoughts. Again, guys, when your friends support a business, you don't really ask. When your friends start a business, you don't really ask questions. You press buy. You know, that's something I stand firm on, even if it's creatively maybe not the maybe not the best out there. But oh, happy Sunday, guys! I hope you're all great. Let's dive into the charts a little bit. We got the market opening up here in about 20 minutes. We'll see. Usually, this isn't the type of structure that I would trade on a Sunday night. I do like to trade on Sunday nights. There's a reason that I'm here. But I like to trade on Sunday nights when I think there's a really good chance of a Sunday night trend into Monday. I don't feel that way today. I don't think that we're going to necessarily get a Sunday night trend into Monday. So I'm more here to provide analysis and kind of watch how we open up the week. So let's dive in a little bit, guys. The first thing I will say is that NQ is naturally a pretty mixed chart, right? NQ is naturally a pretty mixed chart. Now, anytime we're near all-time highs, there's a level of bullishness that you have to have because we're near all-time highs. And so I don't ever want to rule out the possibility of breaking up this week, especially on the weekly chart. I wouldn't rule that out. That being said, on a daily time frame, I absolutely favor either a bit lower first or just more sideways, guys, which I know we can't be excited about, but it's the reality of it. If you put a gun to my head, I would guess that the Nasdaq stays in a pretty similar range to this last week. Maybe we go a little bit lower first and we swipe down to start. And then we move up. But I'm not really excited looking at the Nasdaq this week. Look, guys, I got a toxic relationship with her. But make no mistake, all right? I've got a well-documented past of cheating on the Nasdaq with gold, all right? And I'm more than happy to continue doing that this week if gold wants to continue with another uptrending bar. I don't know if it will want to do that. We might want to rest or pull back. But if gold puts in more daily 1, 2, 3s like this, then I'm going to keep my focus on it. I will say this daily chart here, I'm curious if this reminds anybody of anything. Does this remind anyone of anything? I'm kind of seeing, call me crazy, I'm kind of seeing the Nasdaq weekly chart in the gold daily a little bit. On the Nasdaq weekly, we've attempted to go higher here. And then we had this red bar trying to pull back. Gold had something similar, a tried push higher and then a push back to the downside. I'm not ruling out the Nasdaq ripper this week, okay? I would be surprised, guys, if the Nasdaq went straight up to the upside. But this close to all-time highs, I never want to rule that out. The more and more we consolidate near these previous highs, the more and more I think we've got a shot for just a ripper. So I'm not saying that's happening this week. Hands up. I'm not saying that's happening this week, but I'm just going to keep an eye out for it. That being said, my number one priority so far this week is absolutely gold continuation. If gold signals to us that it wants even just 1 or 2 more days like this, guys, 1 or 2 more days, all we need is one of them. So that's what I'll be keeping an eye out for. Is can we get a trend on gold? Can we get a trend on gold? Happy Sunday, my friends. What is good? Josh, what's up, my brother? Alex, Lido. Dirty, what's good? Nay, the Adidas logo. Diamond Patter. Drinking a Guinness in honor of you. Wow. I'm on my health grind right now. If I wasn't counting every calorie and shit, I would also drink a Guinness with you. But I've got a few more weeks here before I go back to New York, and I'm trying to limit my I'm not having any beers until then. So I'll tell you what, I'm drinking vicariously through you, man. I'm drinking vicariously through you. Nicholas, what is up, my man? I do Sunday night streams, just like an hour and a half. We like to just check in on the market, kind of get prepped for the week. Maybe run a sneaky giveaway or two. Maybe, you know. But yeah, guys, this is we're going through it here, and all my inclinations lead me to early week pullbacks in the ES and the NQ. Truthfully, I see this. And we'll see. The thing is, we have an inside bar, and inside bars should shock nobody. We really can go either way off of this action. So a break above these highs shouldn't shock anybody. However, I must admit, a downside inside bar break would be much preferred for me. Life would be a whole lot easier if we wanted to start the week with a little bit of a downside 1, 2, 3 on the ES. I think it would just look very clean. I think it would look very straight up. The hourly chart is not necessarily a bear flag, but I see the vision, guys, of wanting one more down day in the ES. Maybe we come back and we attack this gap that's open here. Something in that realm, or even just these previous highs. But that's my dream world scenario. Little start to the week pullback. That's my dream world scenario, my favorite idea, so to speak. That's what I'm keeping an eye out for. The YM looks more bullish than the other indices, I will say. See how, guys, what I want the ES to do, again, I want to pull these charts up next to each other because I think there's value in looking at them side by side. I would like one of them to do what the other has done, right? So what you can see here on the YM is we've pulled back just to these former highs, previous resistance. We have some structure there. I would prefer, and we don't have to it doesn't have to happen like this, but I'd prefer if the ES did that same thing. It would just make life a little bit more technically sound, a little easier. That being said, the other side of the coin is what we talked about earlier, and it's that inside bar break. If we break over that inside bar's high, we shall see. This is a very real scenario and a very real option that we could have. So we'll see, my friends. We've got about 10 minutes until market open. That's my analysis for the night. That's what I'm looking at. I'm keeping a heavy eye on gold. Heavy eye on gold, guys. I think gold could continue to trend to the upside. I think this previous high here could act as a magnet for gold. So that's going to be a big focus for me this week is gold, guys. A big focus. Other than that, how we doing, chat? How are you guys, man? We got 10 minutes till the open. I don't really have much more to say about the charts. You know, I'd rather chat with y'all. What you guys got going on, man? How's life? Any questions you got for me? Anything I can help with? Anything of anything, you know? Hit me. Hit me. How are we, my friends? What's good? Any idea what Tradeify is releasing tomorrow? I actually had a call with Tradeify last week, and they told me a few of the things that were coming. And then they asked me if I would be involved in something. And I said yes. And I'm not allowed to talk about either of those things, but I don't think, I'll be honest with you, I don't think those are the tomorrow announcement. From my understanding, the stuff that we had talked about was, so I don't know. I'm much in the dark like you guys. I'm curious. Tradeify, what you got going on, man? What you got going on? What's goody? What's good? Your face looks great. Why, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to keep using the Santa Cruz Paleo little beef tallow, whatever shit. The influencers got me. Whatever they suggested. I was like, all right, I'm on it, man. I'm on it. I broke a personal record in cardio today. 2.5 years. Let's go, baby. Today was day 4 back in the gym for me, my friends, so I'm with you. It was an active rest day. Just a little cardio as well, so I'm right there, my friends. Hell yeah, bro. That's awesome. Gonna be a great week. I'm ready for it too. Hell yeah. Why don't you trade Top Step anymore? I had some personal issues with Top Step that I kind of got over. It was more about, it was back when I was a live trader with them. I was just like a little guinea pig, but I don't hold that against them. Technically, I agreed to it. I like Top Step. They're good people, and I don't really love Top Step X. I've had my own issues with it, but then again, I've heard that they've fixed a lot of the issues with it over the last few months. So I'm sure that there's probably less issues now than there was back in the day. What's this about nano contract? Oh, I was also banned for a year. I withdrew all my money, and once you withdraw all your money, you can't trade with them for a year. But I'm not, that doesn't apply to me anymore. It's been a year, so I could trade with them. What's this about nano contracts coming out? Nano contracts are 1/10 the size of micros, guys. So I am excited about those. I'll be honest, I feel like a micro. Do you guys think that a micro is too big of a position size? Like, I don't think a micro is too big of a position size. Like, in my eyes, that was small enough, but I guess they wanted to add a smaller option. Silver micro is too big. I could agree with that. I feel like you're trolling me. I feel like a micro, like a 1 micro position is pretty small. Maybe I'm crazy, but they're coming out with nano contracts. I'm like, who's going to be trading these? I mean, to trade 1 micro mini ES, you need $50. That felt like a really small, I don't know. I mean, maybe people, maybe I'm wrong and you guys will love the nano contracts. But I don't really envision that being a giant thing. Again, maybe I'm crazy, but people are degenerates, bro. People don't like, I get their idea. They're like, we want to make trading even more accessible. We want you to be able to trade with $5 or $10, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Bro, people are way too big of degenerates. They're not going to trade with $5. Like, people are going to save up till they have 50. You know what I mean? And then do them. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy on that, but silver is an exception. I think silver could be an exception to it, but I'm talking mostly the ES and the NQ. 1 MNQ is already a really small position size. 1 MES is like $1.25 a tick, right? On 1 MES. $1.25 a point, is it? Or a tick? It's $12.50 per what is it, guys? Why am I stoned and why am I blanking it? Yeah, commissions, fees. I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't work for the CME. I do think that they should hire me for some of their marketing, to be quite frank. I think they could have marketed single stock futures a lot better. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't see the need for nano contracts. But yeah, $5 a point on MES, $1.25 a tick. Exactly. Right. So like Bro, if $5 a point is too big of a position size, I don't know. I'm also a believer that you shouldn't be trading with like $30. I don't think that makes any sense at all. Like, if you're gonna trade, I think that you need like at least $1,000 or $2,000 generally. Trading with $20 as your portfolio has never made much sense to me. Just work more. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Hand up, hand up. All right, my friends, we got 3 minutes till the open. We shall see what comes next, my friends, in this market we got here. You guys have some really mixed opinions on nanos. Some of you love them. Some of you, like me, are a little bit confused. But we shall see, baby. Are the nanos only for... So nano gold and nano silver are already available at 1 troy ounce per contract. All right, that's crazy. I don't know if they're going to have silver and what about... It sounds like it's just indices, guys. It's only these 4. So it's only these 4 that will have a nano tick value. I mean, I can't see this. 20 cents a point, 50 cents a point. Buy a scratch-off ticket, guys. Your $5 on a nano ES contract is not going to compound. Like, imagine someone trading a $20 account, building it all the way up to $30, then accidentally pressing buy on one fucking micro ES and getting liquidated instantly and losing all your money. Like, that makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. All right, guys, markets are open. We got gold with a move here. That's my top watch for this future session. We got NQ and ES as well. My dream scenario in ES is just a little bit more, one more day to the downside. We'll see if we get that. Gold, I'm more bullish. That's just how I feel. Nah. I'm pretty bullish on gold, man. I'm pretty bullish on gold. I'm looking at that 4690 as a potential target. We shall see if I end up taking anything. Sundays are usually a little bit hit or miss for me, guys. Sometimes I take something, sometimes I don't. We always have a good vibe, though, that's for sure. Guys, the last time I put you in charge of music, you all picked not great songs. I'm down to start a jam again, but I need commitment from you that we're going to pick good music. Correct, guys. We can't be playing 10 Larry June songs in a row. I love Larry June as much as the next person. All right, guys, click that link, pick a song. I will pin it. All right, we got gold rejecting this level a bit. We got ES pulling back into a lower level here. What I hate about Sundays is sometimes you have like basically the first minute to trade. Otherwise, you are on the sideline the entire time. You like kind of got to sling shots on Sundays. Gold's about to trigger a little 1 minute. I don't know if I feel like risking this eval on a gold 1 minute on Sunday. What is this? Post Malone and Jelly Roll? Okay, guys, so far only one person has joined the jam and has queued like 10 songs. So if you guys are interested in joining the jam, feel free to click that link and pick a song. Right now, we just have, I think, is that you, RS? We just got one. That's all right, but we just got one. I will have to mix it up a little bit. But you're our DJ for right now. Let's get it, my friends. Let's see if we can get anything.
I was asking favors and everyone telling me no. Wait till the tables turn. We'll see who stays or goes. I don't wanna be outside. I need someone that can keep me home. Yo, I feel so close, but so far. Go home, I go hard. How can I stop when I come this far? I smile outside. Deep down I'm scarred. They only see the results. The pain, they don't know the half.
Not much exciting happening yet, my friends. Let's see.
They say that they love me, but I still don't know their intention. I'm trying to live my dream. They're offering peas, I don't want to sell it. She only look good in the edit. They take but they won't give credit. The rumors spread like shotgun pellets. I duck and dive.
Okay, guys, if no one else is going to join the jam. All right, there we go. We have a second song.
In this life, I gotta get rich. I can't be broke. I was asking favors and everyone telling me no. Wait till the tables turn. We'll see who stays or goes. I don't wanna.
All right, we got some more people coming in here. All right.
I feel so close, but so far. Go home, I go hard. How can I stop when I come this far? I smile outside. Deep down I'm scarred. They only.
I love it. Let's see, my friends. What is going? So far, it's just slow, guys. I will say that is a bigger Sunday range. Okay, guys, why not? I'll try a little ES short. I don't remember the last time I traded ES with a 4-point stop loss, but we're going to do it. I'm looking at a 2-minute of the break of these lows. And I'm looking at that daily chart, my friends. That daily chart. Maybe we can get an ES downside 1, 2, 3 right here. Either that or I just shorted into the lows on a Sunday night. My stop should technically be over 89 would be where the trigger is. I like already so instantly regret just being involved with this. All right, that was stupid. But I lost 250 bucks. And I'm going to leave it there because this is going to go in a 1-point range. And we're going to let it do that for the hour, bro. Maybe I'll try to make my 250 back at some point, but I entered that and got an instant aneurysm from the pace of which MES was moving. Or not MES, ES, excuse me. Wow, someone threw a little AC/DC on. These long ones I have to skip through the end because if it plays for too long, I'll get copyrighted. Oh, wow, this is a great song. Some great selections in here, guys. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm happy to put some old school background boxing on. That's a fun idea. I like that. No, I think it might be chalked up to Sunday night. User operator error there, which I learned was redundant the other night. We got Interstellar tonight, gang. Although I need to get the lighting fixed there, man. When I come around. Guys, let me put the executions on here. I'm going to take those off in a second because it's just crowding the chart. But I tried an ever so brief short before I was like, what am I doing? This thing's not going to move. Now it's going a little bit. I just don't think it's going to be worth our energy and effort in this first hour here, guys. If you put a gun to my head and said, do something, I would do what I just tried. I'd say short for the daily 1, 2, 3 break. But I don't think anything exciting is going to happen in the next 50 minutes. As much as I mean, I would love it to. I'm remiss in my admitting that it would surprise me a bit Maybe gold. I don't hate the idea of gold into yesterday's high. That is about 15 points away. So there's some meat on that bone. In theory, I mean, you could do something like that, basically. Oh, wow, guys, another great song selection here. Loving the old school vibes, chat. I'm sorry, I'll pull up the chat in just 1 second. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I want to do, or if my little 1-point paper cut is where I'll leave it for the night. Wham bam shang-a-lang. Just because I'm a continuation trader, guys, I naturally would lean towards continuation, right? Move down, inside bar, move down. But I don't have enough conviction in this to put my money on it, right? If I did, I would have just kept my money on it. Yeah. Look, if you really need to get the blood flowing this Sunday night, if you're like, fuck it, I want to feel something, then you could make the case for me, if this inside bar breaks, to go into yesterday's low for 1.5. If you need to feel your heart racing on a Sunday night, but other than that, guys, I think I'm going to be sitting on the sidelines for now. The silver chart and the hotkeys with trade C hit. Ooh. I've never used hotkeys much myself, guys. I don't trust myself with hotkeys. Bro, same here. Same here, Alan. I can vibe to this all night. Project Hail Mary. No, I have not watched those yet. I completely agree with you, 11 twice. I've been yapping and being redundant. Yeah, bro. I'm not seeing anything too exciting. Project Hail Mary? What the fuck is Project Hail Mary? Oh my God. This sounds fucking incredible. I'm not reading anything else. I'm not reading anything else. I'm not reading anything else. I just came dangerously close to a spoiler. Please don't spoil me in chat. That sounds super exciting. I'm gonna watch it ASAP. Gold off the opening print. All right, just for you guys, I'll try one on gold, just to have some fun with y'all. I got one on gold.
change. I was sending bricks to Harlem back when Jay was still with Dame. I'm in for leave child. I gotta protect on. Okay. Got a stripper with me.
Funny enough, if this gets to where I need it to go, I will pass this eval. This would be quite the crazy trade, guys, if we did a... I just don't love it because I think ES goes lower. So I think gold is going to do that. Bro, I hate you guys. I didn't even get to draw the tool in. That one I blame you guys for. I'm kidding. All right. Well, now I have to make $500 back tomorrow to get this thing back to its starting spot. This is its funded seat account. The 4-day evals. You guys are so fired. You guys are so fired. All my niggas wife me once they get that good punani. I think he need the bunny. I might just let them find me. Never trust a big butt and the smile worth the Ronnie. This song is called Rake It Up. Ass been me and Joe. Nigga run me my dough. This game is freezing like it waiting the cow. Nickname is Nikki, but my name ain't Nicole.
I tell all my hoes, rake it up. Break it down.
I didn't know about this song. How did I never hear about this song? I never knew this was a thing. You'd think I'd be well aware of it. You guys are fired, man. You guys are so fired. I do still think at some point tonight, guys, I just don't think I'll be around for it. I think at some point tonight, gold is going to go for yesterday's high, 46.90. I just don't think I'll be here for it because it's probably going to happen when Alan is streaming or when Ron is streaming.
We don't do no gossiping, we don't do no arguing, we don't beef on social sites, we just hit our target, we don't do no rumors.
Rake it up. I love that, man. Wow.
You should work at Hooters. You an old hater, you a fucking cougar. You a and y'all like twin sisters. Respect your hustle, get your money, baby, win with us. Your boyfriend acting like a, then why you still with I tell all my hoes, rake it up, break it down. Bag it up.
Fuck it up, fuck it up. Okay, I knew about the fuck it up, but I didn't know that was from the song Rake It Up. I actually did not know that. That's crazy. You guys are so fired. I've never lost $500 faster. That's not true. I've lost way more money way faster. It's too early in the week to be put in the chair, though. Diana, this one's for you. Sorry, guys. I haven't said hi in a bit. Yes, dog. I know, baby. I know. Trust me. I assure you guys, I'm not actually blaming the people in my YouTube chat. I promise you, I don't hold you responsible for anything. That being said, I'm gonna give you shit. Absolutely, that part's gonna happen. All I see is my nightmares, guys. I have nightmares. That's why, honestly, if anything, I still think the ES downside is the most attractive. Because at least if you're making that bet, you could hope for like something big to happen, right? Any other bet, you're still not really like GC here. Even into this high right there, it's like 15 points, which is great. But like, if you're gonna deal with the headache of a range, you might as well try to get, you know, a larger breakout. This guitar solo makes me feel like I'm in Sons of Anarchy. We only want to be responsible for the winners. I like that. Deal, guys. Deal. On the winners, I got you guys. All credit, no hate. On the losers, though, I'm gonna. That's a me problem. I'd be lying if I said this was the most exciting action we've ever had on a Sunday Open, guys. The ES has been allergic to moving outside of 4-point price range. I would love to answer some questions for you guys instead. If you have anything burning that you'd love to talk about. Still here and seeing, but as much as I love trading, I have no interest in I do still think gold gets up here, guys. You got to ask yourself. You might have to stay up till Alan's stream to catch that. And if you got time, then you should 100% do that. No, not in the slightest bit. FVGs are not. FVGs are not. I have a rough idea of like what they are, but no, like it could not be. No, yeah, no. How did you grow your Instagram at the start? Is there any paid platforms you use to promote your Instagram? No, guys, the only paid things I ever did to promote my Instagram was giveaways. Ever since my very first, I was giving away like $500 before I even had a course or a education or affiliates or anything like that. I did giveaways and I posted a lot. Growing on Instagram's hard these days, man. It is. But no paid platforms, no paid shout outs, nothing like that. I don't think those are a bad strategy. I've just never done it. GC is now moving down a little bit. I don't doubt you, Unorthodox. My only hesitation is the ES looks weak. So They don't have to move together. They just have been lately. Man, SOA was a great show. What are some of you guys' favorite TV shows of all time? Sons of Anarchy it's one that was actually lower on my list for a while, and then I rewatched it a couple times last year, and it actually moved up really high on my list. I think Sons of Anarchy is one of the better, well done shows ever. Breaking Bad's got to be on there, man. Breaking Bad is elite. You know, unpopular opinion, I don't love the 5th season of Breaking Bad. I think the ending is good, but I don't love the 5th season in general. Yeah, I get why they had to do it, but the 5th season is not my favorite. Breaking Bad is lower on my list than a lot of other people have it, just because I think season 4 was so good, and 5 had a substantial drop off to me. But maybe I'm just crazy. Silo. What is Silo right now? I've heard a bit about Silo. Let me pull it up. Oh, I love this shit, man. All right. All right. I like apocalypse scientific shit, bro. What's the movie you guys said to watch earlier? Shows should stop around season 3/4. That's part of the reason I think Mr. Robot is so good, is because they do stop at season 4. The writer knew that. No, I'm not Jewish, but I do have a large nose. Shout out my Italian heritage, baby. Last of Us. I'm not going to lie, guys. After the first few episodes look at behind us right now. Interstellar. That's so sick. That's so sick. Who else has Interstellar going in the fucking background? All right, guys, hold on. I got some trading questions here. Let me fire away at these. How can I become profitable? I was doing good, went from 3% down to 2% profit in my eval, now back at 1%. How can I recover? Any advice, maybe? The first thing I wanted to say and shout you out is, one, keep going. Clearly, from what you're telling me, you're managing your risk really well. You haven't blown the account. You've been managing to move in small percentage points. That's good. And that's a positive that you should be happy and take away from this, right? So don't beat yourself up for what's happening. But what I would also say is the variation you've described is pretty standard trading variations, right? I don't know how much you're risking per trade, but everything from what you've said in that question leads me to believe that you had a couple good days, then a couple bad days. That's normal. That's actually good trading. So what you need to do is adjust your math. Adjust your math to make sure that that's not blowing your account, and trade it in a smaller manner. But the percentages, what you just described, this is normal P&L fluctuation. Very normal fluctuation. 8cap as a broker for futures. We're actually talking to 8cap right now as a potential partnership for their futures prop firm division. I don't know much about them as a broker, but I have heard good things about them as a prop firm. And we are looking into a potential partnership right now. Ready for that new week, dude, same, baby. Same. Guys, I wish I had more market trading analysis to give you. since our stream has started, ES has been in a 3-point range. GC has been in a 4-point range. I've got half an hour left till Ron G comes on. I'm going to answer some of y'all's questions instead, while also rolling up some joints on this Sunday night. Ooh, I've heard Paradise is great. That's very high on my list. Very high on my list. My man, bro, I appreciate you a ton. The course is the best program in the world, in my opinion. I'm very glad that you enjoyed it. Next up, the optimized learning is really just is experience, right? So here's the thing. Everything you learned in that week is all the info you're going to need. At the bottom of my heart, I believe that. I don't think you need any more info. That being said, you now need like 6 months of seeing it in real time, right? Unfortunately, there's no shortcut to that. I have something coming personally in the near future I'm excited to talk more about. I have no details on it yet, where we can potentially work together, optimize that learning a little bit more for you. But I don't think you need anything else. I wouldn't jump into trying to learn any other details. Really, what you need right now is you just need to see it in real time, right? Like, you just need to see all this stuff over and over and over and over again. And then after a period of few months, then that mix can you kind of see like, okay, I've found that I do best on the lower R trades. I do best on the higher R trades. I do best on this. I do best on that. But right now, if you were to try and learn deeper, even from me or from someone else, it would just, you don't really know enough about yourself with this strategy yet, right? So right now, the best thing you can do is manage your risk and trial by fire, baby. Trial by fire, and just keep that risk tight. Just no need to over leverage. You know that you've signed up for something that takes a little bit of time, but hell yeah, man. Let's see how gold looks here. Yeah, guys, everyone who's on the channel streaming all started with the Rake Trades program. They've evolved to add some other stuff to their things, but the Rake Trades stuff is the foundation of literally everything. Truly everything. The best in the world for a reason, my friends. I will die on that hill. I love this song, but she is slow. All right, guys, I'm taking back over tunes for just a wee bit because I really wanted to hear. Have you ever seen the rain? Up 15K the last 3 months. When I started, I could have never imagined that. Break even for 4 years. Oh, Mitch, my man, bro. I love you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for sharing, bro. Seriously. Thank you. And now it's about keeping it up, all right? It's about not tilting that and giving it back, right? It's all about keeping it up. My man, bro. I appreciate you. All right, Unorthodox. Guys, this is a question that I imagine many of you are struggling with. So I'm actually going to turn the music off for 1 quick second. Sorry for the whiplash on that. But this is a really important question that I want to talk about deeply for a second, which is I keep having 5-day win streaks followed by blown accounts. My calendar looks like a bunch of A's and B's and then F's thotting away all my profit. I see the problem. All right, chat, do me a favor. If that's you right now, guys, just throw me something in the chat. How many of you right now are having good winning days, but then you cannot control the tilt days and you lose it all? Because my guess my guess at the bottom of my heart would be about 70 to 80% of you. That's probably where 70 to 80% of you are at. I would care to wager that the majority of you out there that are on the verge of where you want to be or on the precipice of getting there, I'm not looking at the chat, so I actually have no idea how many people are responding right now. I would literally guess about 80% of you, that's where you're at, where you are able to have good days, you just can't control the bad, right? Spoiler alert, guys, you don't need more mentors. Not that they're not great. You don't need more mentors. You don't need more chart time after a certain while, right? For many of you out there, you do need more chart time. But let's say you're somebody that's been on the charts for so long. What you need is a method of not blowing up, okay? The equation is simple. If you can manage to formulate your trading equation where you remove the blow-up days, you're probably profitable. I don't even need to check the chat. I guarantee it's like 70 to 80%. Because that's the problem with most traders. And there's a lot that comes into that. There's so much that comes into that. I could write a book, and I probably will one day, on what goes into and causes that for traders. At the bottom of my heart, I could write a book on that, right? But the first step in getting over it is recognizing the problem, okay? The first step is recognizing the issue. So if you're a trader out here that's watching this and unprofitable, this probably applies to you, okay? Step one of getting over this issue, and again, I can't solve this in a 45-second question response tonight. Guys, I wish I could. It is in my notebook plans that I've been hinting at all weekends to solve this issue. Believe me, I'm working on a path for it for all of you. I can't do it in a one-question answer, but I can provide you with some good information to help you get started with avoiding that, right? First, the problem with any addiction is admitting you're addicted. You're addicted to going on tilt. You're not proud of it, but you do what you do, those tilts, what you are really doing is it's a prayer. It's a hope and a prayer and a gamble that you're hoping that you get some outsized win, and you're hoping that you can cheat your way to the end result, right? You may not know it at the time, but that's the reason you don't immediately exit. If you're wondering, guys, like, Jake, I know that this is happening to me. Why don't I immediately exit once I know that I'm doing this? I don't understand, Jake. Why don't I do that? It's because we're addicted. That's not how your brain is thinking in the moment. What your brain is still weighing in the moment is the possibility of being right and the possibility of it working out. So step one is recognizing, right, that you have a problem, you have an addiction, and it's fine. Dude, so do I. We're all here. We're together. Like, this is a safe space, right? We're in TA right now, Traders Anonymous. We all have that addiction, right? Successful traders are the ones who've managed to just minimize it, right? So step one is acknowledging that it's real, it's there, and that our whole life objective is to prevent it, right? Step two, guys, is you got to go through it. I'm sorry to say, but unfortunately, you can't stop yourself from these feelings if you don't know what it's like. So let's flip that around and use it as a positive. You've all already gone through the dark days that you needed to go through. I'm not saying you need to go through them again. I'm saying you did need to go through them in the first place. So let's turn that into a positive. All those days and weeks where you were up more than you could dream of just to lose it all on one bad day, it sucks, but it's in the past. And guess what? You needed it, right? You needed it. Step one is acknowledging that it exists. Step two is admitting that it was needed in order for you to overcome it. Step three is where you guys are all at right now. Diagnosis, right? What you should be doing when you're journaling or when you're reviewing your day and asking, what would I have done differently, and yada, yada. Really, the only question that matters is, did I go on tilt? If I did, why? How do I prevent it in the future? That's the game, my friends. That's the game. And I wish I had more of a precise answer of when you feel it, take 6 deep breaths and it'll automatically be gone. Spoiler alert. There is no scientific answer to this question. If there was, we'd all be rich. Okay? However, the first 2 steps are awareness and an understanding that you needed it. From here, you got to diagnose what's causing it and get over the issue, my friends. And we'll work together as a collective unit to figure out what exactly you all can do that. I promise I have a series coming that's dedicated strictly for that. But I promise that is the difference between you and a profitable trader. Guys, it's like if literally 80% of you watching the streams, your core issue is you just can't control the tilts. All right? You just can't control the tilts. It really is like the core issue for many out there, you know. Have you ever seen the rain? So work on that, guys. Work on it every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. We love the stand up and step back. That's a method I've used for a really long time, guys. I've taught for a really long time. If you're ever in a situation, ever, where you feel like, man, I'm on tilt, it's about to happen, it's about to get me there, like I'm about to be there, you have no idea how powerful it can be to just stand up and step back. I don't want to do it because everyone made fun of the shorts my friend made last time, so I'm not going to do it. But all you have to do is stand up and step back. Even just 3 seconds will make you feel infinitely better about what's going on the charts in that moment. Infinitely better. All it takes is half a second of realizing that you're not in it. It's the same thing as being at the casino, guys. When you're at the table playing blackjack, you could never possibly realize that all you need is 5 seconds away from the table to realize you're being an idiot. It's the same thing in trading. All you need is 5 seconds away from the fucking desk to realize that you have some user operator error going on right now, right? And it's usually a you problem. So, all right, I lit that joint earlier. I didn't actually take a hit of it, though. Guys, it's Sunday night. The market's been slow. ES actually holding and bouncing a couple points now. Ron G, could we one time run a really quick, really sneaky giveaway for one winner here for 3 minutes? Any chance we could run a sneaky one real quick? As a shout out to all of you guys being on the chat. Little 3 minute sneaky one. I love that, Daniel. The lockout is a really powerful feature, guys. All right, my friends, enter up, enter up, enter up. I hear some people say, they're like, if you have to use the lockout, you're not a real trader, blah, 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 blah. And I literally in my head, I'm like, yeah, so Steph Curry doesn't use fucking ankle braces? Kobe didn't wear ankle braces. He's a GOAT. Steph did wear ankle braces. He's a GOAT. Just because one dude didn't need ankle braces to help him win the games doesn't mean that ankle braces are bad, okay? Damn, that was kind of a bar. All right, guys, I got a Funded Seat 50K account for y'all. Shout out to Funded Seat. You guys know me. I normally pay for all my giveaway accounts. There's a couple of firms out there that refuse to let me. Funded Seat, I said, hey guys, I want to take every dollar of the commissions I made from the first week and just buy giveaway accounts for my community. And they literally responded back and they were like, that's a great gesture, but like that's not allowed. No firm has ever said that to me. No firm has ever said that to me. Lucid has never taken my money either. I've tried a few times and they've never taken my money. I've actually tried several times with Lucid, but they refuse to listen. Regardless, shout out to Funded Seat, guys. I have really been loving trading on them. I've been with them for about 2 weeks. I was real close to getting a payout on my very first attempt with them, and I actually could have taken about a $1,900 payout, but I chose to go for the bigger one. I had a little tilt day last Monday when I was trading options. I had a little tilt, lost 15,000 trading options. I also lost that Funded Seat account. So we're back on the grind, man. We're back on it, trying to get funded. Working on it, man. My goal this week, guys, is get funded with every major firm I trade with. I'm even buying some Apex accounts. I know. But I'm trying to get loaded up going into September with a bunch of funded accounts. So shout out to Funded Seat. We love working with them. Yeah, end of day drawdown. Yep. And I use Trade C with them, although I am trying to get them to take on the partner platform that I want to work with the most, Tradara, who is coming this week with 10-4. I'm really excited for Tradara. Very excited for that platform. All the other hosts tested it out, and we all loved it, man. We loved it. All right, guys, you can no longer enter. Tracer Tube, you have won a 50K Funded Seat account. Tracer Tube, are you here? Can't go live on Trade C. That's correct. Right now, that's just right now, Trade C does not have a live program with anybody yet. They're not approved for live programs yet, from my understanding. Yeah. I'm sorry. I knew that. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned it or not in like a video I made. I apologize if I didn't though. And sorry, I got stoned for a second there. That is a frustrating thing. Tracer Tube, we got you here. All right, Tracer Tube, real quick, I want to send you this code and make sure it works before anything else. So please do me a favor. I know, guys, I just saw that. It's the Instagram scene I made. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. All right. Oh, man. Tracer Tube. Have you do me a favor and message me on Instagram real quick. I want to confirm. I want to confirm that the code works. And yeah, man. Oh my God, I never even posted my Instagram story saying I'm live. That's hilarious. All right, my friend. Sorry, I'm trying to trace down Tracer Tube. Tracer Tube, I see that you're here. Trying to find you on Instagram real quick. Ah, there we go. Boom. Oink. Boom. All right. Well, I trust that's you too, because you said oink. All right. Hell yeah, Tracer Tube. We got you. One more, they say. Guys, if you want another giveaway, I'll tell you what you got to do. First of all, let's just see. I'm going to be embarrassed. How many likes do we have? 119 likes. You're telling me I just ran a giveaway for a daily payout account when we only have 119 likes? That's just not going to cut it, my friends. That's just not going to cut it. If you guys want another giveaway, I'll tell you what you got to do. You got to hit 275 likes by the time Ron G decides to run a giveaway or not. If you guys don't hit 275, no giveaway. There is 270 watching right now. There's already 119 likes. You can hit that shit. But if I told my mom, guys, that I ran a giveaway on 119, my mom would make me cry. She would make me cry, man. She would be like, Jake, you got to stop being a little bitch. These people are making you do giveaway accounts, but they won't even hit the thumbs up. All they got to do is hit the thumbs up, Jake. And I'd be like, Mom, I know. All right, guys. The market has moved a little bit. Ron, I have high hopes for your session, brother. You might get something. Man, guys, I'm really grateful for every single one of you here tuning in on a Sunday night, man. Vins, all I got to say is keep showing up, Vins. Keep showing up, brother. Let me see with Tracer Tube. Look how long Tracer Tube had been here, man. Tracer Tube's been entering since July. Maybe even before that. It's still loading. It took him a while. Tracer Tube got a dub. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. We love you guys, man. Seriously. Guys, I know that I've been teasing some big news and stuff coming to the Rake Trades Network. I can't officially announce it. For some of you, it may not mean much. For some of you OGs, you might drop a holy shit in the chat. We got arguably our GOAT back, guys. I'm great at a lot of things, guys, but I'm more of a big picture guy. I really could use what I call an executor. Someone to help me take all these big projects and big ideas that I got and execute them. And that only makes your guys' lives way better. Because that means when Jake gets a cool idea, he's no longer just stoned with a cool idea. He's got a guy that's entire life is dedicated. Well, not his entire life. His entire job is dedicating to Jake's fucking life. So Mr. Connor Callan is back with Rake Trades full time. I'm very excited about that. He's the best in the game. There's no executor in the world like Connor Callan. So if you've been wondering what new is coming to Rake Trades, everything. 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 Because when Rake Trades was at its best, we were doing everything. We were doing free webinars and education. We had classes. We had videos. We had content series. We were executing at a high level. Because I'm an ideas guy. I'm an ideas guy, guys. I'm a high-level guy. I'm high level. I'm stoned. We need someone who's not stoned to come in and make all the shit that Jake's got thinking happen. And, you know, we got in the lab. We drew up the lifetime contract offer, you know. I said I'm not leaving without a deal. You're coming back. We need you to execute. I need everyone in the Rake Trades community to be having living their best life. I need every single person that's a part of our cult to have the best experience each day. And that's not where my excellence is. I excel at streaming, at trading, at making videos. I don't excel at user experience. Now we got someone dedicated to user experience, man. The GOAT, man. The GOAT is back. The GOAT is back. We're very excited, man. We're very excited. What happened to Callan? Boom! He's back full time, baby. He's back full time, baby. He's back full time. So we're very excited, guys. We are a cult till the day we die. But that's it for me, guys. That's it for me on my stream tonight. Remember, my friends, guys, I'm very simple like goal. If you guys want a giveaway tonight, if you want another giveaway tonight, very easy. You just got to run up like another 100 likes, all right? And I'm going to cheat. I'm going to count as a like. I'll actually log out and I'll log back in on my personal account and I'll like it too. And we'll get more and more likes on there. But hit 250 and Ron G will run a giveaway, all right? He got a Tradeify 50K account for you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful for you. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I love you, and we'll absolutely crush it, all right? I love you, I love you, I love you. Cheers, gang. And let's get it, baby. Let's go. Peace. Ron, crush your stream, my guy.
What up, chat? Let's double check. All right, we're chilling. How we doing? I see Ron G. I already liked. Appreciate you, my man. I'll tell you guys what. I'll go on my YouTube, my personal one, and I'll like it as well. I'll give you guys an extra. I'll help out the people. Ron looking 1870 CIA. I don't even know what to think about that, AXP. But chat, how we doing? All right, let me get the stream real quick. All right, we'll throw a like on there for you guys. There you go. You got 2 for me. Looking good with no cap. Yeah, Raf, I decided to finally actually do my hair for once. At least somewhat fix it. So we're not wearing a cap today. We'll see, though. Might throw it on later. But how we doing, chat? You guys trade anything right now? I know we've had some decent movement, which is good. Which is good. We'll see if we end up getting continuation or not. See who we got. Anth, Josh, Ake, Danny, Trades Nicholas, Woozy, Matthew BL, Bass, Unorthodox. It's all the OGs. Blambo, Vins, Medic, A Trades, AXP. How y'all doing? How do I enter to win? Kevin, it's going to be whenever we hit 250 likes. So it's not even guaranteed yet. You guys got to like the stream for us to get there. Now, the unfortunate thing for you guys is I'm not going to throw that on stream because we know every time we do, we get fucking view and like botted. So we're going to avoid that concept. But if you want us to run a giveaway later for a Tradify 50K, just throw a like on the stream. Grabbed 5 250K evals. I was able to bag 6,800 each on Friday, so I think I can finish Tuesday consistency with a 50% roll. Hell yeah. AXP, did you grab Tradify? No. You were doing Top Step, right? Snowman 11. Snowman, why are you typing your own name in chat? What are we doing? Too bad I don't have as much trading experience as I have cutting hair. Hell yeah. Ren says risk it for the biscuit. Oh, I haven't needed to wear a hat over since 2005. Was I ready to cut my own then? So now I do pro cuts on my own hair. Hell yeah. Chat, let's run our normal poll. I have a feeling this is pretty transparent of which way it'll go. And then I'll jump right into what I think on the market because obviously we don't have to wait for people to get in here. Y'all are already in here. I see Kevin Johnson with the LSU tag. Just want to make a little point. It's pretty disrespectful to steal the Browns tight end without him even playing a single game and him going back into the portal. But chat, let's look at the market. I'm primarily going to focus on ESNQ. Those are the main two I want to trade today. Obviously, you guys can see below my name, I already took one little MNQ trade. Willing to take more. I think if there's opportunity, it's going to move. I'm willing to trade it, right? We'll see what little stabs we can get if they set up. But looking at the daily right now, inside bars. We look at all of the dailies. Every single index Friday was an inside bar. That one gives us some pretty clear support resistances to look for a decent continuation off of. But we're right in the middle of those inside bars on ESNQ. Not the greatest, but it doesn't mean we can't get traction up to those highs or if we end up getting a bigger rejection down to those lows. So out the gate, I'm going to be paying attention heavily to that. While also, y'all know, looking towards the 4 hour. 4 hour right now is in more of a consolidation. Thus far on Friday, we came up, we retested this 7700s on ES. Got up into this range on NQ and then rejected back lower. I really want to watch how we react to this hourly close. Because if we get continuation back up, this is technically a 4 hour lower or higher low trying to set. Can that change? Yeah, it still has like 3 hours left in the candle. But as we look at the hourlies here, not a bad hourly. Truly not. I'm not overly eager to short this. With us getting that push higher with NQ fighting, consolidating just below the open right now, I would honestly be more interested in a continuation with these bigger failures here. But with us being in the middle of Friday's range, there's still a chance we go to the downside. I just lean slightly more to the upside unless we continuously reject the open on NQ. For me, if we get above the open on NQ, I'm interested. Interested in longs, interested in continuation. I think we could start to target, if you want a reasonable, like shorter target, like 430s. On NQ, if you want to get above that, you can look for like 450, 460. And then if you're getting really extreme, you look for yesterday's highs at 540s. I don't know if we get all the way up there, but it's a solid probability if we do get buying pressure momentum. What I would like to see at the moment, though, is keep this 15-minute right here for now. Right, we've consolidated here throughout Friday. This has been a range-bound area right here. Keep us under the open, but don't give bigger rejections, and I like it. Right now, we have a little bit of support. And let me do this, since y'all know I like to draw these. We have a little bit of support right around 370s. As long as we hold 370s, I like this. And it's just this little end-of-day Friday 15-minute low. As long as we hold that, I like upside potential. So that's going to be my biggest look there. 370s on NQ, 390s, which is right around the open. Above it, or just continuing this consolidation, I'm willing to take a stab at a long. If we get below 370s, not overly interested in the upside. Be more so interested in like a wider consolidation on the overnight. possibly going towards these lows. So we'll see. But I do lean towards upside. Just consolidating. Thus far, we are. Agreed. Top step. Hell yeah, XP. Bull flag showing up, but maybe a fake out. We're still making a lower high. Technically, yeah. I mean, it's more of like an equal on NQ just because we're near the open. Like, I'm truly not opposed to taking a little early stab or something like that. Stop there. Even if you want a shorter target like there. I mean, it's not terrible. I'm just trying to watch and see what exactly we do here. Because I'm not opposed to getting in a little earlier. Just don't want to be caught in a range. So probably see what the 15 closes like and then trade off of that if it does. If you are leaning downside, which I'm sure decent percentage of you are, I think right now the poll's like 40% to the downside, could be a solid risk to ward off the open. The only thing is if we do break it, we may see a little bit of an aggressive push, at least into that sweep of the high of day. But chat, you guys trade anything so far? Also, with me looking at the hourly like we looked at, this is a very hard hourly candle to short. Like if I wanted to short this, I'd probably want a big spike of this that fails aggressively, right? We're this close, sweep new highs, then reject back lower. So no matter what, even the shorter term, it makes me want upside. Up 1,400 per account in this buys. I have 1 day to pass. Should I keep the trade or stop? One thing I will not tell you guys to do, a lot of y'all know this, is how to trade. I'm not here to tell you exactly what you should do on your executions. Do you want to try? Is your goal to pass that account in a day? Also, the biggest thing, where's your target? If your target and you entered that trade strictly just to pass, just know it's going to be aggressive. Because at that point, you're not really trading the price action, you're trading the P&L on the account. So it's just a question you have to ask yourself. Chad, I'm going to try a small little NQ here. Probably only going to run 6 for now. Because I do have to have a bit of a wider stop. Right around 70. So let's do... Because if it pulls back, my main thing is the main support's here, but I really don't want to even see it lose 83s. So I'll go 72.5 on the stop. So I'm going to do personally 72.5 and then honestly probably just front run 30. So front run this high. And if we get there, we get there. So I have 72.5, about 20 points of a stop, and they do 28 or 29, 35-point target. Yeah, 29. This is definitely what I would consider more of a scalp for me, just because 35 points is next to nothing. To be fair, though, it's a solid resistance up there. Hourly, I would at least want to see break higher above that. 15 minutes still consolidating, which I'm cool with. You could wait 4 minutes, wait for this 15 to close. I'm willing to be in this earlier, especially because I'm already up a little bit for the day, so I'm willing to risk that P&L. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. Above 400, you go long, not advice. I like it. If you get that bigger push above that recent high, I like it a lot. Cost me $2,500 for 5 accounts. Not terrible, AXB. Nose consistency on the is 7,500 max per day with 15K profit target. If I pass these, I will have to pass on my first attempt at any prop firm. I mean, AXP, the nice part is, though, you have the trading experience to pass it, right? You've been there. You've done it. You can easily continue to do it. By the way, chat, I've seen there's about 50 more of you on stream from when I first jumped on. If we do get 250 likes on the stream, we'll be running a Tradify 50K giveaway. I'm just not going to put it on my chart because when I do, we get like botted. So I'm just going to mention it a few times. Chat, what trades are you guys eyeing right now? Out of the 70 that voted on the poll, 63% bullish. What's gold look like? Hang on, let me turn off Discord notifications real quick. There we go. So we have gold, oil still weak. Dollar's fighting the open. If dollar pushes below the open, we are chilling. If not, might see a bit more of a pullback. Trying to see if we fill this gap to the upside. Zach, what gap are you referring to? What was the first trade you took profit on? The first trade I took was paying attention to the 2-minute right here on this little higher low. I didn't get in right here, which I wanted to. I think I got in at like 49s or either 49 or 50, somewhere in this area. And then I got out just below the open. So the first trade I took looked somewhere around here with a stop there, targeting this. I think I had 90. So targeting like that was the first one. So low risk. I wasn't risking a whole lot on it. Just wanted to see if I could build a little bit of a stat pattern with how the charts currently looked. I'm liking gold long as I'm in on positive almost as much as in my stop loss. Gold longs. If the hourly gets buying pressure, yeah, it can easily fix this. Just because of the bit of a spike lower on that hourly open. The only thing is I just don't like how it's currently struggling. Thus far, it came up, retested the session lows, or the prior lows from the open, and is pushing back lower. Ideally, I'd want us above that to get momentum. If we get above that, you can easily see momentum. This 5-minute close is going to be pretty important, at least how we react on the next 5-minute open. But for some reason, that candle isn't showing on NQ. Interesting. On your hourly chart, it shows a gap from 408 to 450. Your hourly chart shows a gap from 408 to 450? Huh? I don't know what that would be from. I don't see any gap whatsoever. Because that was all traded within Friday's range. I missed on purpose. What do you mean 15 or 5-minute? Long waiting for retest past 4-hour low. You want 4-hour low? Oh, what did I just do? So you want to see us retest 53s is what you're talking about? I don't hate it if you want to wait for the pullback. I'm just not convinced we're going to get more of a pullback. By the way, at the moment, I do have half of my contracts to fill out here. So that's kind of where I'm first targeting. Hang on, so let me look at the hourly on this, see if there's 1 hour. I don't know, dude. None of my charts have a gap whatsoever. I would assume the charts are bugging because just looking at broad price action, it doesn't make sense for there to be a gap. Because it's not like the market made an aggressive gap throughout into Sunday's open. So I don't know where that gap would be from because we traded all that range on Friday. So your chart might be bugging a bit. I don't know. Looking to trade RTY the first time today, but during New York. Is it RTY or YM that didn't look terrible on the weekly? Yeah, AXP, I really don't hate RTY. Especially, here's a big thing that I like on the RTY. Obviously, we're coming into the last week of the month. Whenever we get here, I pay a lot of attention to the monthly chart. If we get stronger buying pressure at all whatsoever, we're just breaking the all-time highs again on the monthly, on ES, RTY, and YM. RTY, we need 40 points. So if it's going to happen, we could easily see that 40-point push throughout this week into next week. ES needs, actually, it's already at prior all-time highs from before. So any buying pressure above this on ES gives me conviction to look for those highs up at 835s. I think we can easily see upside momentum throughout the week because the bigger breakdown, even though the weekly closes don't look the greatest, it's not like we're in an aggressive downtrend. Zach, you just DM'd me. Whoever's gap issue, try logging out, closing the broker, and reopening it. Don't we have witching hour OPEX? Zach, you missed the OPEX was Friday. OPEX was last week, my guy. We, data-wise, this week, we have, what is it, GDP? What do we got? This is our data this week. We have GDP on Wednesday, PCE as well, and then Chicago PMI Friday. Those are the main hitters this week. Obviously, you have a little bit of consumer on Tuesday, but that's usually not going to move the market a crazy amount. And then we have NVIDIA earnings, what is it, Wednesday? Yeah, NVIDIA earnings Wednesday as well as CRM and CrowdStrike. So Wednesday can definitely be the big mover in the market. We're just talking Friday, but I looked really good on NQ with the bull flag, previous hourly sweeping the lows. Only reason I took. Danny, I like it. I like the hourly. I do. If we get a break in continuation, which we obviously haven't broken yet, we need above the high of day, which is 29, basically 410s. If we get above that, it should easily push us up towards 32s, which is the prior hourly high, which is why my first target is at 30. My plan on this, though, is take half at 30, manage the other half, see if it can get up towards like 70s, in all honesty, get up towards this intra, like New York high, where the 15-minute pivot is, and just target that. So that's my two plans. Take half here if we get there. Normally, I've been going for hit and runs because we haven't been moving much, but today we're actually getting a bit of momentum, so let's see. Isn't Jackson old this week? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. When is Jackson Hole Fed meeting? Yes. August 27th to 29th. So Thursday to Saturday. Yeah, that is this week. Low-key in a swing for a long and look for 540 this trade, but I did downsize the position. Danny, I don't hate that. Like, if we're actually going to get a bigger trend, I don't hate that at all. Because that's what? Friday's highs? Yeah, that's exactly Friday's highs. Go for the pre-market highs on Friday. That's not a crazy ask, if you ask me. That's truly not. I mean, that's only what? 140 points from here? 137 points? If NQ wants to get buying pressure, especially during the overnight, that can easily happen. I'm just still in the mindset of the managing expectations just because of what we've done the last 3 weeks during these sessions. Right now, we are getting some decent movement. And ES has already moved 14 points, which might be a new PR in the last 3 weeks. I'm not going to lie, that might be a new high move. Gold long is up 28%, more than my stop loss value. Hell yeah. Nice entry. Chad, if you guys are trading right now, what are you in? I guarantee you a majority of the chat is in gold or NQ if you're trading. Nicholas, where's your target? Close to 4 hour. We're going to continue to go lower. I expect us to reject that 540 being a higher low on the 4 hour. Agreed. GC NQ. Told you. Told you. I'm in 4 ES on my TPT and 1 NQ on TPT. Damn, BL came out swinging. See you later, XP. Have a good one, brother. Is NQ the most liquid asset? No, that is ES. ES is going to be the most liquid asset. 428 for a payout. Stretch. I don't care if I get front ran by 1 point. I hope we hit that just so you can lock it in. MNQ got in at 356. Okay, so you got in down where my first entry was. Hell yeah. Beautiful entry, Diana. Your automated target is yesterday's highs on gold. So 690.4. It's not crazy. About 20 points. See if we fill here, chat. No matter what, I'm going to trail stop to 84. Could go break even, but I'm just going to go 84. Figures I sized down on this trade, though. Oh, well, we're compounding. What up, Jeremy? I'm doing wonderful, my man. I'm doing wonderful. I'm break even now in terms of stop. Hell yeah, Danny. Second I get filled, I'll go stop or break even. I'm cool with that. All right, we need 5 points. ES breaking the open is a great sign. Only index that hasn't broken the open is the YM. So if you look at all four, ES, RTY are currently breaking the YM, not yet. But we'll see how NQ reacts around this 30 area. Who needed 28 for a payout? Who needed that? Where'd that message go? Am I dumb? Stretch. My man Stretch. You should have just locked in your payout. Also, chat, there's no way NQ does this again, right? There's absolutely no way NQ does this again. Because it did it to us last week. There's absolutely no way. Congrats on the payout, my man. See you later, brother. Thank you. Don't you dare. So now, no matter what, even though because we're one tick away from take profit, I'm going to trail stop break even. So I'm break even on this. It better give me one tick. Can't find the option to choose which account I want on TPT. Jeremy, I have yet to trade with TPT, so I personally can't help you there, unfortunately. It really might be a dick. That is just criminal. You'd expect a pivot off 390. You want to move back down to 390? You got the Brad Pitt Big Short glasses. Damn right. Still bullish on gold, but scalping down off. Nicholas, you're short now? I thought you were long in the 90. Interesting. How do you set trims when you enter a trade? Mine gets rejected every time I try to modify TP. Danny, what platform are you trading on? Long gold. I'm going to assume that's 2 New York high. Also, chat, there's more of you guys popping in. First off, appreciate you guys being here. Second, if we do get 250 likes on the stream, so a little thumbs up below the video, we'll run a Tradeify 50K giveaway. You guys are already at 209, which you guys are cruising on it. There's just 270-ish of you guys in here. Shouldn't be hard. So if y'all just hit that button, we'll run it whenever you guys get there. Oh, if we look to reverse? Yeah. Yeah, Danny, I mean, in all reality, I don't think MNQ. There we go. I was going to fight MNQ if it didn't fill me. We were going to straight up throw hands. All right, so we're down to runners. For me, next target was, what did I say, 70s? I'll do 70s. This time we're going to do 68.50. And if it hits me out, it hits me out. I don't have a hard trim set yet, but we are moving. Let's see one time. I'll do trailed stop 409. Target would be 68.5. Is that what I put? Yeah. 68.5. All right, see if we can get a bit of a push. Danny, I will say, and I hate to admit this, I truly hate to admit this, NQ has been treating us very well in the past week. It has. The prior 2 weeks, ES did us dirty. All of a sudden, I switched to NQ. I hate to admit it, but it's been doing well. Excuse me, A-Trades? Nah, I'll be going back. Don't you worry. In honesty, though, me trading NQ the past week has been really good. Just because now I'm getting more used to it. I'm understanding where exactly I should trail stops and how aggressively I should be with them. Being aggressive with stops on NQ shouldn't be a thing. So that's why I leave mine a little wider. But right now, I do have my stop at like 409. Where did we fill that trim? 29. I'm just going to throw it on the chart. So let's see if we can close out just under 4R on the runners. Nicholas, you talking to someone else about fighting NQ? Because I was going to say, I'm pretty sure me and NQ are vibing right now. Usually don't trade NQ, but I've been back to it. You're not wrong. It's been moving well. Chad, I'm not going to lie. Even though I'm on the 2 minute, I'm tempted to have stop at like 420s and just be aggressive with it. Maybe I just need to do this and get off the 2 minute. Well, that makes it worse because now we can easily pull back farther. I'm going to leave it where it's at. Willing to give back around 200 on the runners from this. I'm in ES from 92, looking for a previous day high value at 700. You're in at 92, previous day high value. Previous day's high is 714. Or is that like some type of trading thing where it's previous day high value? Because I say previous day's high is a little bit up there. Yeah, bro, move mine to 420. Danny, great minds think alike. What can I say? What up, Bugs? How you thinking of feeling today? Wonderful, my man. Wonderful. As long as my ass is vertical and we're breathing, life's good. Took profit at 90 points for 1,800 consistency on my funded. Diana, you absolute legend. And I expect nothing less. Then try to re-enter on 409 if we trail back. Not bad. Not bad at all. If we get in, my only problem, the thing here is I would have wanted to see a rejection off of 30, give us a consolidation off of that. If we get a bigger push and stronger close above 30s, there's really not much in the way to our target. We may see a little bit of resistance around 50, which we already have. But as long as we stay above 30, I like this for continuation. From Friday's volume profile. Okay, I bet. So that's what that is. So you're a VPVR trader? Is that it? VPVR? What up, Ron? Closed my ES for 1,500 profit. Closed NQ for 1K. I have one more TPT that needs about 1,300 for the day. And my top steps need 1K to be funded. Gonna stay patient. BL at this point, I mean, you know you can't enter right here. Right? The risk reward is so skewed right out the gate. But I know you'll be patient for it. And I want to say you can't enter here, but to be fair, if we rally, we've barely moved. With NQ being NQ, if we get a rally, we're only 135 points off the lows. That is a decent move for VIX at 15. But we'll see if we're able to get continuation. We're above the little resistance that I want to stay above, which is right where we trimmed. And ideally, I just want to see us hold above that. And I like the other indices. What the 30 close? 30 close strong. One thing we do have is YM now approaching the open. So we have YM at the open, NQ at that little bit of a support now. If YM breaks the open, it can easily push towards that 417s pretty quickly, which can give us the next overall leg on these charts. Really don't expect much till Wednesday because of NVIDIA earnings. Danny, as much as I really want to agree with that, if you think about the past, honestly, since before the last NVIDIA earnings, the broader indices have been in that bigger range that we've been trading in, right? This overall range, every single data event, every single big tech earnings, everyone's saying that's what's going to move it, right? We're not going to move until then. Not a single freaking one has moved the market whatsoever at all. So I have such low expectations for any type of earnings or data until proven otherwise. Yeah, they expected it for FOMC, CPI, GDP, Apple earnings, Tesla earnings, SpaceX, when they were releasing shares, everything. And we've never gotten any crazy momentum off of those to get us a break. Which is PPI, yeah. That is one thing that did help us a bit. Honestly, you guys and Traded by TV, if they call it that, they do. If I'm ever up for Asia, that team is awesome too. Good vibes while trading. Agreed, brother. Yeah, I like watching Tradeify. I don't watch them a lot, but if I'm just casually tuning into a stream, I'll throw them up. Most likely we'll scalp until then. Agreed. What up, AF? That's amazing. I passed a funded for TPT last week, waiting on my funded for this week. How long does TPT take to activate funded? Because I feel like it's a few days. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I obviously have not traded with them. Bro, I always get cooked during the week of NVIDIA earnings. Scalp. Not even necessarily like quote unquote scalp. Like the initial trade for me, I considered that a scalp because it's only 35 points on NQ. If I'm taking a bigger NQ trade, I want up near 100 plus. And obviously if I have a 20-point risk, that's just crazy. But it's just those type of trades. It's more of like a hit and run versus a scalp. But those are the kind of trades that I love when I don't have conviction in the market. Instantly, it'll be acted around. Oh, bet. Okay. No, BL, I'm just asking because the statement was worded so it sounded like it. I believe they take a few days to go from Pro to Pro Plus. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I believe that takes a few days. But any prop firm, most prop firms take like a week to take you to the quote unquote live stage. Danny, futures definitely should be treated differently than individual names, for sure. At least the way I trade, they are. Individual names, I'm fully looking for larger moves, bigger breaks, bigger continuations, multiple 100% on most options I take. Futures, if the market's giving me a hit and run, that's a hit and run. Because with individual names, I'm looking for multiple hours, multiple days. Y'all know, I don't mind sitting in a future trade for 12 to 16 hours if it needs to be done. And if we're getting a trend. But if the market's not at a point where I think we're getting a 12-hour trend, I'm taking base hits. You just have to adapt a lot more in futures than you do with options. Pro Plus took 3 weeks for rake. Same thing at KY. That's how all prop firms are. Most prop firms, when you go live, it's not going to be like, sim to funded. Like it's not going to be instant. They're actually giving you a live account, so it's going to set up a little bit. Speaking of which, chat, I possibly did one of the dumbest things since I've been trading prop firms on Friday. Like hands down, possibly I would say the dumbest thing since I've been trading prop firms. And it is fully my fault. I didn't trade bad, so don't, not that. But y'all are going to judge me the second I say it. On Lucid, I realized that you can delete old evals to just get them out of your dashboard. So I passed 2 fundeds on this NQ move. And some of you guys can already see where this is going. I passed 2 fundeds from here to here. I clicked activate fundeds. I was waiting for them to activate. Because my process was wait till this dip, buy the dip, and then trade the funded on that. Well, my dumbass. Yeah, y'all know where it's going. I was in the breach section, so that way I could only delete the evals. In case you're wondering, they let you delete accounts that are passed and openly active. Because somehow the dashboard switched out of the breach section, selected the 2 accounts I just activated, and deleted them. Gone forever. I messaged their support. I'm like, did I really? Like, it was so dumb. I had to message their support to confirm that I just did something that dumb. And yes, they confirmed. I deleted the evals that I literally just passed 5 minutes before. Note to self, wait until they are actively funded until you start deleting accounts. Good news is, though, once I realized I did something dumb, I bought more evals, passed them on this move. So technically should have had at least 4, got 2. Okay with it. Made up for the mistake, but the mistake still, because I basically gave him $200 and just said, you know what? I don't want your money on that. Just keep it. Just keep the extra money. I'll pay double just for the love of the game. But yeah, that's my not proud but man enough to admit it from last week. Chad, if we get down 10 more points, I'll be stopped on runners. They didn't reverse it for you? No, Ron, they can't. I physically deleted the accounts. Like they were, and it's like a 2-step process. But since I was so convinced that I was just in the breach section, I didn't look at it. Because I was like, there's no way I'd delete them. They're already being requested to be funded. No way that I can bring them back. They can not at least credit you. Bass. Now, this may just be me in the way I think. I'm not going to ask them for a credit when I deleted the accounts. Out the gate, I don't deserve that credit. Would I appreciate a credit if they reached out and said, hey, take these, here's a little credit, maybe a bigger discount on accounts? Sure, I'd love that. But if I'm going to do something that stupid, I think at that point, I just got to swallow what I did and live with it. You should have asked for them back. You can't get them back. I may have been able to try to fight to get maybe an eval or 2, but it's just not worth it. It's not. Because what, worst case, I sit there and argue with support trying to get 2 accounts back that fully were my mistake for deleting. It's just, that ain't how the world works. The way I view that, and this would be a really good situation. The way I view that exact situation is if I took this trade on stream, it lost, and then you guys blew your account on it, whoever tried to quote unquote follow, even though I say don't, and you asked me to give you an account because you blew it. Not a single part of that entire situation is my fault. Did the trade lose? Yeah, it would have. But not a single aspect of that would lead towards that. What up, Ali? Join in at a crazy time. When they also have a big warning message before the... Oh, SO, yeah. Now, that's the thing, too. They sent the message, and it showed there's a 2-step warning thing saying double-check accounts before deleting. Guess you didn't read it. Guess you just clicked the big red button. There's no way in my mind I could try to ask for that back. Not a single shot. If you made a mistake with a button, I'd get them back. Jesse, you would lose that 10 times out of 10. You would fully lose that. It's not like I forgot to put in a discount code. I didn't even pay attention. Like, it's just negligence. I didn't pay attention to what account numbers were in the log, and I deleted them. That is me. Like, that is 100% on me, and I'll own up to it. And someone also mentioned, like, good job keeping your calm. Rav said that. it's same thing with the trading aspect. Like once it's done, did I sit there and just stare at my accounts going, there's no way I just did that? Log in, log out 4 times to make sure, see if they popped up? Yes. Once it's done, there ain't shit I can do. They're gone. Whatever. Mistakes happen. Guarantee I won't do it again. Hope you're doing well, man. I was just wondering what made you decide bull bias? It was the strong inverse momentum. Yeah, Maps. Just the overall stronger close going into my session. We had a very strong hourly close out the gate, right? This isn't going to be an hourly candle that I really want to short. You test this little hourly support here, get a very strong buying momentum back up, consolidating just below the open with that stronger hourly close. Even if I'm bearish, I would want to see this hourly break. So once we get above this, we're likely going to head to here, which is where my first target was. If we can now get above this area, we're likely going to head right up to here, which is higher than my second target. My second target is 70, which is right here, which I believe is off the 15-minute. It's like, yeah, 15-minute from here. So it's just overall conviction. I'm not bearish on the market. Daily structure still hasn't fully broken anywhere. Weekly closed a little bit weaker, but it hasn't gotten any momentum to the downside. So for me personally, not overly interested. Let's see if we get filled here. I will say, if we front run by another tick, I swear, me and NQ fighting. Boy, it was in a hurry. Oh, trades. I was like, I'm just going to clear these up real quick. Just clicking everything. Dumb. You don't like the hourly candle? Always look at the hourly candle. That's why I like that we don't trade the first hour. I do. All right, chat. By the way, if this fills, I am fully cash. I will be full out of the position. Nothing else to do on it. Obviously, we can look for more trades. We still have an hour left to stream. I'm not hopping off. But I might rotate to a different account for sure. Chat, there's no way, right? There's absolutely no way we miss by a tick again. No shot in hell. There's no way. There we go. All right, I'm cash. Remember, whenever you exit a trade, always cancel every single order on your chart. I will say, once we set this little higher low, I did start to look at my target and think, hey, this is a little reserved. Because if we get the break, we'll likely head higher. Now I'm just willing to see, all right, if we get any type of consolidation pullback, we can look for a new entry. Took that with you from Globex Open? Hell yeah, SC. Yeah, SC. You took it, were you in a Globex Open or you took it off in around here where I did? But that is the second trade I took on the session. First one, I'll draw it real quick, but I didn't take it like on stream, so I'm not even trying to like flex or anything. It was somewhere around like 49.50s. Stop around here. Target was just below the open. So caught this little initial move, and then we caught this one right here. Now we just got to wait, see what the market wants to do. There's a chance if you guys are still in longs with runners that this thing runs. My runners did their job. We caught a nice 75 points, little 3.75 R on the final. So let's see what it does. Clean longs, appreciate it. 1.5K out of it. Nice trade. Hell yeah. Got my 700 on ES. Let's go. Hell yeah. Amazing trade. Thanks for explaining the reason behind it. Question from one trader to another. Did you always have pretty eyes? I'm going to be honest. When you said question from one trader to another, I was like, damn, this is about to be some heat. Like, it's going to be a detailed question I can really dive into. Yeah, my eyes, I grew them myself. They've been like this since I was born. Yeah. I know you probably can't see them that well, but they are hazel, and trust me, they work. They can't see colors well, but they're there. They're eyeballs. Did you not think there'd be a bigger pullback for the break above? Jesse, what was your thesis of wanting to see a bigger pullback? See you later, Ali. House plant. No, I will say though, hazel eyes are a cheat code in life in general. If you have them, congrats. But no, for me, the reason I didn't. Now, could there have been a bigger pullback? Sure. I mentioned we could easily pull back to 370s, test that. This is our range here. If we have NQ closing the hourly how it did, and if, let's say, we made the upside move first, then the downside, that's more bearish. But if we're getting this strong of an aggressive buying pressure, and then, let's see, 45 to 10, so 25 minutes of consolidation, the likelihood of this being a stronger support grows with us just sitting there. And then you look at ES as well. You look at the other indices. At that point, NQ is the only index fighting its open. If the strength is going to continue and show itself, what's likely to happen? The other indices are going to follow a little bit, going up to test their open. If they go to test their open while NQ is currently at its open, NQ is likely going to head up to the most recent high, which was our first target right at this 15-minute wick. Do you feel overall bullish towards daily gap? Nilsson, where and what is the daily gap you're referring to? Is there a gap on the daily chart? All right, yeah, I'm going to need you to tell me. I'm going to guess. I'm going to take a guess here and say it's an ICT gap. What up, Marks? How you doing, brother? By the way, chat, we haven't even gotten to Asia Open yet. Asia opens in 7 minutes, so we still have a full hour on stream. Also, there's currently still 275 of you guys in here. First off, appreciate you being here on a Sunday. Appreciate y'all locking in. Nice trades so far. All I'm asking, if you enjoyed just even watching the trade or just sitting on stream, hit the like button. We get 25 more, 23 more now. I'll give one of you guys a trade of 550K growth account. Not a 25K, 50K. Ready for the new week? Hell yeah. What up, Moke? 29,760. 760. Daily gap at 760. It's got to be an ICT gap because there's no gap. It's like the gap from earlier. It's the gap that doesn't exist. 760. If you're targeting this like pre-market high, that's not crazy. Do I think this exact entry is going to run up there with no pullbacks? No, not really. Big thing for me is going to be, how does this close? This is the 4-hour chart. We have 2 hours left on this. If this closes stronger, let's say we close at least 485 to 500s, which at this momentum, to be honest, could close it up at 540s. If we close up at 540s, yeah, 760 is not insane. But it's what do we do here, right? I want to see us get up into that 540s, even if I'm bearish. If I'm bearish, what do I want to see? I want to see us spike above this. It'd be that trap candle a lot of people talk about. Spike above this. Show that we're not getting buying momentum above this. And then get either continuation or get a big failure off of that. Our seller is going to be defending this level right here is what I care about going into tomorrow until our next stream. And that is truly all I care about. If we don't get up there, this daily candle sucks. But I think we'll see the most momentum up in this area where if we break above, we can actually see a lot of buying pressure. But if we end up getting up there, spiking back lower, that's when sellers can truly take over and send this thing more volatile. But thus far, buyers are in full control. I have no interest in shorting. What up, Seven? What's your main strategy? What do you look for? Kona, basically everything I've been showing and talking about on stream, it's primarily multi-time frame analysis. Like, why did I take this trade? The 4-hour, the hourly, the 15, the 5. 5 minutes consolidating into a 15-minute consolidation, into a very strong hourly close with a lower wick that leans more bullish than bearish. If the 5 and 15 trigger, and I'm dropping sauce here, so at least listen or re-listen. If the 5 and 15 trigger there, and I'll show it. So you have the 5-minute triggering. If the 5 triggers, where are we likely going to head to? Just looking at this chart. If we trigger right here, just on this session alone, we should head up to 409.50, which is high of day, high of the session. At that point, we know just by looking at this 5-minute chart, right? We opened here, sold off, closed the hourly right here. So this hourly has a big lower wick. This is the low. This is the high. If this 5-minute breaks and we get 1-2 candles that breaks this, we then trigger on the hourly. If this hourly breaks, where am I looking for? The most recent high, which is where we trimmed, 30, or at least where I trimmed. If we get above 30, where can we then look for? The next high, which is where my second trim was at 70. And if we get up here, what are we doing? We're breaking above on the 4-hour. So because of that 5-minute setup that looked well on the 15 and hourly, we're then taking a 4-hour type of setup that, in all honesty, if it gets continuation, hasn't even moved yet. It just formed the first candle. That is how I find my best entries and my strongest entries. On top of that, I look at divergence across the different indices, which we went over a little bit earlier. You find that on a chart, you will find a trade that I'm willing to throw, like be in no matter what. Hell yeah, Umar. What's something you'd be looking for on gold to take a trade? Let's look. Got my profit goal on my other TPT with a quick gold scalp. Can spend the rest. Damn, BL is crushing it right now. What would I be looking for on gold? Something to note that I immediately notice on gold is going to be this. What do we do here? Swept the early session lows right on the hourly open and immediately got bought back above. If y'all know how I trade, what does this tell you on a deeper scale? Sellers tried to push this. Buyers immediately defended, which shows selling pressure wasn't strong enough to give us a continuation, right? When we break below a candle that looks like this, we should easily continue. When we don't, you start to anticipate kind of the opposite there. Then you start to look towards the 15, see if the 15 can get in more of an uptrend. Thus far, we are. If anyone got in either at the open or before, I think you have a beautiful entry. If you're looking at the hourly now, we have 40 seconds left. This hourly is a very strong close. In this case, what it tells me is if we close up here, unless we get a 40-second what the hell candle, I think we are, we should at least try for high of day. We try for high of day. We're then sitting in a double 4-hour consolidation. If this candle breaks 691, it can easily push. Easily. So it's just going to be, is the buying pressure strong enough to give us a bigger continuation? And that's going to be the test of it. If it pulls back into the like 75, 76 area, that is my support. Anything below that, don't want anything to do with longs. But thus far, the market's kind of at a point where there's a chance longs just keep going. And now we're just going to have to see what Asia session does to see if it continues or not. So, I mean, look at NQ, for instance. If I wanted a hit and run trade, here wouldn't be a bad entry if we get continuation. It wouldn't. Right? Because all we're doing, initial sell-off, trend, consolidation, trend, little pullback, continuation, trend. If this continues and we get back above 480s, NQ can go. But for now, I'm not overly interested in buying here. Not yet, at least. What up, Scott? What size did you use on that trade? Marks, I used 6 contracts on 2 trades. I should probably just leave the other trade up. Here's my thing. I'm just trying not to make it look like I'm flexing a trade I took off stream, is what it is. I had another trade around this area, around like 50-ish, so I'll just mark it at 50. Stop somewhere around here, TP just before the open at, I want to say 90. Wait, I can look. TP on that was 88.5. There. So I took 6 contracts on this, 6 contracts on this. And then that's where our P&L sitting. By the way, chat, from what I mentioned earlier, you're 9 likes away. 9. We're close. We're close. 265 you on stream. 6 MNQ, yes. MNQ. If I took that on ES, I'd be done for the week. Y'all wouldn't see me for a week. Or if I took that on straight NQ, I'd be good. Quick 10 bands on a Sunday, I'd be locked out. I would also be pissed because my consistency would be terrible. Is market hot? It is. And Marks, I know you've been here most days. I think by now we deserve this market. With what the market's put us through in the last 3 weeks, we deserve this. Chat, how we doing this session though? You guys sitting up nice? I would assume with 76% of the chat being more bullish than bearish, at least based off the poll, we're sitting nice. Some people probably tried to short. Nothing wrong with that as long as your risk is in check. But we should be sitting pretty. Trading eval now? Hell yeah. Yeah, Jesse, I can give you two answers because I'll happily go over it in like somewhat of a TLDR. But I will also say me and Jake have a podcast on this exact YouTube. And I think that was recorded 4 years ago, 3 years ago, because he lived in California. So that was a minute ago. But we have a full in-depth podcast over everything on the YouTube as well from his California house. I was initially in Simba Stocks Slack group, so the trading group. And it's funny because I got into trading because of marketing. I love telling this story. I've started following Brett Simba and I would see his like P&Ls and in me, I didn't even know much about the stock market, to be fully honest. School I went to is a small school, small town. Nobody talks about investing or the stock market. And I mean literally nobody. So when I started seeing stuff about it, I would see Brett Simba post like massive P&L days, like $10, $20, $50,000. And I'm like, I didn't even know that was possible in a day or in like an hour. So I started following him. I was interested in his trading group and he's like, oh, today's the last day and then we're upping prices tomorrow. Well, shit got me. I bought in. Take my money. So I got in. I was in there for a little bit and then Jake ended up becoming a moderator in his Discord. I seen him and Kevin. See, Lucas, I wasn't in Boiler Room. I avoided Kevin like the plague. I wanted nothing to do with Kevin trades ever. I thought he was a fraud since the very beginning when I first saw him. And came out true. But Jake ended up becoming a moderator in Brett Simba's group. And I started paying attention to Jake because this is when he started really doing well and starting to pop off for a decent bit. That was when Jake started catching the mRNA earnings trades. I ended up, because I did horrible for the first 10 months. I was following signals only. Then I started actually posting my own trade signals in general. Like, I wish the Slack was still there because back in 2021, I posted trade ideas that I was watching. But, sorry, I keep getting off track. Horrible at telling stories sometimes. Jake posted a trade because I was just stalking his trades. I wasn't following them. He posted a Tesla trade. This one was Tesla was a couple $1,000s before all the splits. And it was like a $1,300 contract. And it was like, it's a $300 risk. I was like, son of a bitch, $300 fits my risk parameters. Mind you, $1,300 of a contract does not. So I took that one trade ended up making me like $2,000. The second I closed that trade, I messaged Jake, did 2 one-on-ones with him. And then he ended up leaving, starting his own Discord. I joined the Discord from the very beginning. Like I was one of the first people in it because I took that money as well and bought the very first mastermind. And then it's just been a story ever since. I took the very first mastermind 5.5 years ago, almost 5.75 years ago. Within 3 months, I was working for Jake and Callan because they had like 2 separate companies. I was working for both of them. Just being a part, helping with the masterminds. Like I was a part of mastermind 2 through 15. I ended up becoming a full-fledged like moderator after a total of 8 months. And then I've just been brothers with Jake ever since. Chad, if gold buys, it's likely going to buy. 4 hour has now triggered. Should be sitting very pretty if you're in gold. Very pretty. Target hit on GC. Hell yeah, Jake. I missed your target. Were you targeting like 690s, I would assume? Probably Friday size. Somewhere around there. Do you remember his DocuSign trade on earnings? Bought my wife's ring with that trade. Hell yeah, Danny. Now, I remember bits and pieces of Jake's trades from back then. It's just the main trade I remember every detail on is the Tesla trade, because that's the one that made me a decent amount of money. And then I took all that money, bought one-on-ones with Jake, and then bought his mastermind with it as well. So in theory, Jake paid for his own mastermind and one-on-ones that I did. It was like a 4,000% return. It's insane. Yeah, Jeremy, I do them. I just don't talk about them a lot. But yeah, you can DM me on Discord. Not a problem. I've been besides stream, I've been very hands off for the most part of just trying to push like one-on-ones or education aspect, because I've just been trying to dial in on my trading in general. I go through phases where I lean off of that a little bit just to really lock into my trading and better it for myself. Chat, if you guys are in gold, where's your target? Because I know a few of you guys are still in it. But we did just cleanly break over the high of day, which we talked about. The next hourly close should easily push up into that high of day. If it breaks that, you can easily look for continuation higher. And it happened. Worked well. Yeah, Jeremy, shoot me a DM on Discord. I got you. We can set up a time. Not a problem at all. Looking for a retest of 683 on gold. So you want a retest of high of day. My only thing is I don't know if I'd want that retest. I really don't. And I'm just going to do a little bit of analysis. If you're in gold, don't listen to me whatsoever. On this chart, with all the time frames we looked at, like the hourly, the 4 hour, I don't want pullbacks. I want this thing to just all gas, no brakes off the top. If we consolidate whatsoever, I want us to hold at least above this high, like this little pivot on the 15. Hold above this, maybe range here for the most part. But I don't know if I want it down here. Because if we end up breaking this, then you have the hourly failure, not going to look great. 4 hour could end up being a bigger failure. I really don't even want it to lose this high, which is 690s. I would love it to stay above there if I was long gold. No, Umar, I'm not saying buy gold here, right? When I talked about buying gold, it was here. I'm not saying buy this candle. I'm just saying I wouldn't want to see it get a bigger break. If I'm already in gold, which would likely be from here, here, or here, I would be anticipating a blow off the top, and I really wouldn't want to see a bigger pullback. Because if we pull back, I don't think I'd be overly interested in it. Just because I think the indices right now are strong as well. I think we can easily just see a broader continuation. But also, Danny, like I said, don't listen to anything I said on gold. If you have a trade plan and a strategy for it, run it. I mention that every time I do analysis. I will say, though, thus far, 77% of you guys were bullish. And it's working. It's been a minute since we've seen that play out. It has been. Mainly because we've sat in a range for 3 weeks. But hey, what up, user? Trying hard not to FOMO too, so that's another thing. Danny, what? I'm just going to ask you this just to talk about it. What would cause you to FOMO right here? Like, what are you, quote unquote, getting the FOMO from? Dude, what is with the glasses comments? Those glasses had Soviet KGB agents. Excuse me? No, user, I haven't. Cito, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Harrison like an absolute whale? If so, then yes, I'm remembering the exact person. Just that name for some reason triggers something in my mind that just think of a whale. So he had to be. It's just it has to be. Since trading GC these past 2 weeks, I've noticed it tends to just shoot and have aggressive pullback with wicks on that PV. Yeah, Danny. Also, I don't trade GC that much. And if I do, it is small size. I'm getting more used to NQ and I'm actually enjoying it. Don't know if I'm fully ready for GC yet. Oh, yeah. Okay, Cito. Yep. I remember exactly. I believe he would show like 5-6 figure P&Ls. I could be wrong about that part, but I remember exactly who you're referring to. GC's where it's at right now, dude. Now, you can't delete it. I already read it. That message is stuck forever. Lately, GC is where it's at. Especially during the overnight streams when GC finally starts to trend, it's trending aggressively. So, yeah. If you're primarily trading gold right now, I do not blame you. I mean, shit, even I'm not trading ES at the moment. I put bearish in the poll because I was already long. I really wanted to see the full bearish for the sake of my bags. Glad the chat was right. Danny, BL, that's a smart man. BTC of the moon. Is Bitcoin pushing? My brother, Bitcoin ain't even moving. Does Bitcoin look okay? Yeah. But if you pull up like this chart, it doesn't look okay. This thing's hurting a little bit. Is a I'll give it to you. Very nice retest of 58.5. Very nice. I respect that hold. If it gets continued buying pressure, this chart could actually do something. You know what's going to really suck though, chat? We already know. Let's just say Bitcoin gets back up to 100,000. That means we all have to see the videos and the reels of people saying Bitcoin's going to 500K by the end of the year. And I'm not ready for that yet. It happens like once every year at some point. And we already know if Bitcoin goes up like 30%, that's exactly what we're going to see everywhere. Gold is beautiful to trade during the overnight hours. I feel like it has to be. Crypto bros go crazy. Always, Danny. Always. The craziest people in the world are crypto bros. And you cannot change my mind about that. After it hits 6K, IDK what it's going to do. Mason, you talking about gold? You're calling gold the 6 bands? I would assume it's going to be a minute before it gets up there. I'm definitely not going to say, oh my God, it can't get there. But I feel like it's going to be a minute. If it destroys 5,000, then sure. But this area is likely going to be a battle on gold. Between like 48.50 and 5,000. That is going to be a battle to get through. Oh, chat. Glad I didn't long again. Jesse, I won't say. Normally, I'll look at a chart and be like, yeah, this is great for longs. In general, I don't like to say that about crypto just because I don't know enough about it. I'm negligent in the space. If you're looking for someone on a fundamental aspect to say, I would buy the hell out of Bitcoin here, I'm not that guy. If it does end up getting above like 80,000, yeah, the chart looks good. On a technical perspective, if you look at like the weeklies, we can see the rally back into 87.5s to retest this consolidation. Bitcoin is very easy to do technical analysis on. If we get over 87.5s, we have 97.5s as my next broader resistance. You have like 95 to 97.5. Over that, just look for the next weekly pivot. Right around 108. Over that, you have 120 and then 125, which is all-time highs. There's definitely a lot of momentum you can catch in it, but it's just not a chart that I'm interested in buying long-term. Just not at the moment. Plus, last time I owned crypto, I got rug pulled by my broker, so I don't have the greatest taste in my mouth for it. Messed up, bro. And NQ chart open, accidentally shorted gold. Fuck. That sucks. That really sucks. Ripping and tearing, ripping and tearing. User, what are you talking about? When does Puff Daddy get out? What are you talking about? Damn. User, did you at least have a stop in place? Or not user, Chaos, did you at least have a stop in place? I did just notice you guys did get the like count. I do appreciate that hell out of you guys that nobody was like spamming chat saying, oh my God, we did it. Because that just shows you guys aren't overly focused on it. But I will run it in a second. With the amount of coins I've gotten rugged from, someone asked me where I see coin is going, say to zero. Mr. Cito, the last time, and I'm going to show you the exact area. There's one influencer that I used to follow on social media. I still follow him, but he's not like a big trader anymore. He's moved on to other stuff. He was posting about Sol, Solana to the moon. Solana's the biggest thing in the world. It's going nuclear to highs. I'm 99% sure that was like right here. That was like right here to right here. One of these two rugs was when it did it. And it went, I watched it go from like $200 to $20 or $6. Luckily, I never bought it. But never to be heard of again, right? A move like that happens after you hype it all up. They never mentioned the coin again one time in any video. But that's something you always see a lot. If I ever bought crypto, it'd probably only be Bitcoin. That would probably be the only thing I would ever invest in, crypto-wise. I have bought dumb coins. I used to trade, for those of you that don't know, and it's crazy because the signals are actually in the Discord. Let me see if I can find one real quick. What would be... Maybe Ethereum would be one I talked about. Let's go to the last page. I forgot we used to have a crypto chat. Actually, no. Let's do in... Sorry, chat. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking at something. And was it trade? Ideas. Damn, I used to post a lot of trade ideas in the chat. I was going through the archives to see if I could find one of my crypto trades. Look at this. Pretty sure, yeah, this is when I took the mastermind. This is like a day or two after I joined the Discord. 1/11/2022, I was posting trade ideas every single day, multiple times per day. So people always ask, like, how do you get better at analyzing charts? This. All of these are within 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. Me just posting trade ideas within the Discord. These are all in the Discord, by the way. They're all still in there. You can view every single one, exactly how it worked. Somewhere in there, though, there is crypto. It might be in the other trade chat. Yeah, no, I used to trade 25x leverage crypto overnight. You guys think my sleep schedule is bad now? Why'd you stop trading crypto? 2 options. 1, the brokers that I was trading leverage in all went to 0. Fucking, I was trading 25, 50x leverage throughout the overnight. Liquidated all those accounts. 2, all of my crypto was in Voyager. If you look up what happened to Voyager, Chapter 11 didn't go so well for them. That is the last time I have ever owned any crypto. Oh no, Mr. Cito, I got hit before FTX even happened. I got hit in the first one. Mine was Voyager. That shit went down. So when Voyager was in, I looked at it. I'm like, fuckers, did it again. You know how bad, dude, I probably would have tilted if I was in like Voyager, got into FTX, more crypto, and then got rugged again. I would have been the biggest anti-crypto person you would ever see in your entire life. Your buddy got whole from FX or Voyager? Could be one of them. You ever look at meme coins? No. The only meme coin I ever traded was Dogecoin. I used to trade that leverage as well. Wait, that could be something. Got it. Hang on. Look. I was fucking leverage crypto and out my ass. 20x long on Dogecoin. I used to post every type of trade I would ever take in the Discord. And it was the greatest thing in the world. SOG short GC. Hymns. Zay, I looked at hymns. There are a few charts that I do like. What I'll do though, while I'm going to Yap, I took a low 6 figures from Solana memes last year, started bidding again. Some last week. Hell yeah, BL. BL, I just have a vendetta against crypto, so I'm just. Damn, Cito Diddy. You know how crazy it is? Like, we can talk about Brett and Gandalf from back in those days, and they own Tradeify. Cito, and I don't know if you're going to remember this. Do you remember them putting the Tradeify idea in that Slack chat back then? Which means they had this idea in 2022. And they just made it, like, what, 2 years ago? Like, they just finally finished it 2 years ago? Are you an analyst in another Discord? I just followed your other page. Zay. Zay, are you in the Discord? Or are you not in the Discord right now? Because are you talking about trendsetters? I've actually been in trendsetters since before I was a part of Rakes. Guys, if you're in the Discord, this futures newsletter is me. This futures daily watch list is me. I post these every single day. Well, not every day. There's some days I sleep in too much and I miss the open and I forget to do this. My bad. Shit happens. But all of these are me. Every single day. This is Trendsetters, the other thing that we mentioned. That's on my other page. Zay, Callan owns that. Yeah. Damn it, I do that every single week. Like if I open this, people don't know that I put this out. This is what people ask if I like what I did during the weekend. I spend like 3 to 4 hours doing all of this for futures. In depth of everything that exactly what I'm looking for on every name this week. Every weekend. What's your other page? That's my personal IG, dude. You don't need that. I have that shit on private. Y'all ain't following anything. I'm not gonna lie. I probably have. I'll probably accept Zay because I've known Zay for a minute. I probably have 150 requests on that page from people who follow my trading page. I haven't accepted like any of them. I don't even post on it. I just don't think people need to follow it. Send me 2-3 years in Ohio and forget. Hell yeah, Zay. But no, when I say I'm working over the weekend, I literally do that. Like there's some Sundays from let's say 11 till like 3. I'm working on that. Then I have like an hour, maybe hour and a half. And then I gotta get ready for Jake to stream. So like I'm working. Oh, now mind you. Do I do like shit the rest of the weekend? Yeah, half the time I do fucking nothing except just enjoy my weekend. You literally have the dream job? Dude, I love what I do. I wouldn't change it. I love what I do. You talking about the stock trader in the title? No, Danny, that's my main trading page, I think. There's a lot of weirdos out there. Yeah. It's just like if I posted something on that page, I would have it public. I don't post shit. So nobody needs to follow that one. Chat, by the way, I keep forgetting because y'all keep distracting me, if we're being honest. Y'all keep distracting me. P-Bank-Q, you got out at the perfect time. Vantis, we did. I'll take it. Now, mind you, what I said I wasn't overly interested in longing right then and there. If we got below what I would lose interest and why I didn't want to see a bigger pullback. Not the hourly, the 4 hour. This chart now looks, pardon my French, like shit. This, not something I'm interested in. There's a chance I spend the next 30 minutes cash because this chart just doesn't look that great. Can we fix it? Can we get, let's say, a pushback above 85s? Sure. I'm not willing to take the risk that we get that. I would be a little disappointed that we don't get Friday's highs because now we're just double inside bar. I don't hate the fact if you want to short that we got a big 4 hour failure. Still have an hour and a half left, but this chart does look weaker now for sure. For sure. Glad we took what we got though. Gold. Jesus, gold. I'm sorry for anyone that was in that. Damn. Did some news happen? Oh, we got 250 likes. Trading Nichols, I'm gonna be honest. We got that like 25 minutes ago. I've just been yapping a lot. But no matter what, we're gonna do it. The nice part is though, and y'all know this, the more I yap, the less people you guys have to deal with. We went from 270 to 225. You guys get a higher probability because I wouldn't shut up. Gold tore me up, dude, I'm sure. See what I mean about gold? Danny, people ask why I don't trade gold. This right fucking here. This is why I don't like trading gold. This is just disrespectful in every manner. This is just straight disrespectful. I want nothing to do with the chart that does that. Now, mind you, I am currently trading NQ when I trade, but, you know, it's a little nicer. At least NQ gave you a 5-minute lower high first. I will say that. Anyways, chat, I'll shut up for you guys. Exclamation mark, the word enter. Send it in the chat. That was predictable if you watch gold enough. Mason, that's the thing, though. I don't watch gold enough. And I'm fully transparent about that. I do not watch or do not trade gold enough, which is part of the reason I usually wasn't trading NQ a lot. It wasn't something I was actively trading enough to know exactly how I should trade on it. That's why I love trading ES, because I've traded it for 4 or 5 years now. Chat, this giveaway is, I said the word, damn it. Oh, well, it's 3 minutes, exclamation mark, the word enter, Tradeify, 50K growth account. Fuck a giveaway. What up, Rain? I watch gold enough for that to be predictable too, but I'm just too tired and I shouldn't be on charts. Nicholas, the second this thing's over, get the hell off the charts. It ain't worth trading tired. Mind you, some of my biggest trading days are quite literally when I did not sleep and pulled a full all-nighter. Some of them truly are. I don't know what it is. You trade a little different then, less aggressive, but you know, does well. Anyways, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a minute. All right, where? There we go. Chad, are we still on stream? There's no way. There's no way. Chad, are we back? All right. Well, we lost 100 viewers, so we might have to rerun the giveaway. Yeah, for anyone wondering, I didn't see any warnings pop up, but YouTube just full nuked the stream because of copyright. Now we really got to find new playlists. I told you guys they'll do it. I just didn't see the warnings. If I saw the warnings, I would have changed it. What's shocking is there actually wasn't that many entries. All right, chat. I'm going to ask something real quick. For those of you that are still active, still in, whatever. What was the warning for? Copyright music. So when there's this many, when Jake plays, plus I was playing music as well, even though it's that like lo-fi should be, not even lo-fi, just background house, there's little bits of copyright in it. And it hits you for every song. I forgot about that. So we likely just got one too many strikes on this stream, and they shut our shit down. Oh yeah, Vantis. Well, it depends. It depends. I believe if the movie's free on YouTube or not. If it's on YouTube, I think you can play it. If it's not on YouTube, you can't. Like something Jake will have to watch because someone mentioned the fights earlier is like Paramount has the deal with the UFC. You can get quite literally sued for showing UFC fights because it is a paid aspect. Who is the winner? I'm about to ask that. I'm waiting a few minutes for people to get back in because obviously the numbers are going back up. Probably going to wait till 8:43, maybe 8:42 to run it again. Chat, in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to just keep the same giveaway and run it, or a 2 if you want me to run a new one. I could run a poll, but it's easier this way for a quick answer. So 1 if you want me to just run the same one that's already in and just click it, or a 2 if you want me to open a new one for like 2-3 minutes. All right, you guys are literally zero help. It's just, it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, the entire fucking chat. I will say I'm seeing a lot more ones. Okay. Well, that's because people are just spamming it. But BL literally did 1, 2. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing a lot more. Well, it's just people spamming. Oh, well. I'll run it. If they're here, I'll open it for 30 seconds. So we're going to open it for 30 seconds real quick. Exclamation mark, the word enter to get in. We're doing 30 seconds on this one. Then we'll run it. If the winner's not here, y'all did this to yourselves. That's all I'm saying. Whoever's here before will vote 1. Whoever didn't will say 2. Not necessarily, Ron. A lot of people that realize there's quite literally 80 less viewers should pick 2 because the odds would, 1, be better, and also that person might not be here anymore. But I'm going to do what the chat wants for this one. We'll let the chat decide their fate. But exclamation mark, the word enter. I'm leaving it open for a few more seconds, and then I'm closing it. So, Chad, if you guys ever see that warning on stream before, just know we get copyrighted. I'm going to warn Alan. I know he changed his music for Thursday, I believe. Technically Friday morning. But I'm just going to warn the chats that happened, or the streamers that happened, so that way we can try to avoid that. No more Donald Duck. Yeah. Ron, Alan told me, because we were talking about it, he was like, damn, I thought Donald Duck was cooking. I was looking at his DMCA strikes. It was like 22 strikes on one stream from Donald Duck. I was like, damn, brother. All right, we're closing it. Winner, M. Brown 8166. Have you won before? I'll check the logs, obviously, but Disney gonna sue too? You'll have to see. Oh man, he's not. He's literally here. Wait, have you won? Is that why you said yeah? M. Brown's always here. He's a loyalist to the core. He said thank you, so I'm waiting on the next message. I don't know why. In the back of my head, I just feel like he's won on my stream, but it's not obviously confirmed. One second. For what? What are we waiting 1 second for? Is it Alt F? Nope. And it's Control F. What are we? BRWN. Okay. I'll just search the logs real quick. Chad, if you guys hear a little ding, it's because I'm searching stuff. It's not your computer. No, he's not one. At least that I see. What kind of link do I have to collect? Brother, haven't you been here? All you got to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram. Exclamation mark Ron G in the chat. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. Let me know when you get it or when you send it so I can double check. You are on damn near every stream of everybody. Hell yeah. Yeah, click that link. Go to my Instagram. Send me a DM and let me know. Vantus. You know you're replying to me, right? You know I'm the one that just typed that, right? I'm currently on. You can see when we comment on every stream. Yeah, Gamma, watch this. If I go here, we can look at every single comment you've ever made on any stream that we have whatsoever. We can see how loyal you guys are, how annoying you are if you're annoying us. That's usually what determines if someone's being a troll, if they stay or get booted. If we check these logs and you've just been annoying as hell, you are gone. Yeah, I always check that when someone wins. No, Vantus. If it's that message, it's not. But Brown, let me know when you send me a DM, brother. How's your weekend? Good. How's yours, 1 HP? Yeah, but that's what I've noticed, though. A lot of people on my stream are like true loyalists that have been here for months, and I love it. There's obviously a lot of lurkers that don't talk until we do giveaways. So you'll see a lot of people. That's also why I don't judge people if I look at their messages and all it is exclamation mark enter, because they're likely just lurking on streams. Rain, I'm going to check yours, and I already know that there's going to be so many messages. Actually, no, there's not as many as I thought. I figured there'd be messages. Oh, there we go. This is what I expected on yours. This message is held for review. That's what I expect on yours. Is a bunch of blocked messages, and that's exactly what I'm getting in the logs. You do not disappoint. Are you allowed to win once per stream host or just RAKETRADES network overall? Tracer. Right now it's once overall until Jake changes it. Jake has the say. Obviously, he's the head honcho. When he says more people can win, or you can win more than once, floodgates open. Until then, it's just once per. Got you, Brown. I will go ahead and send you a DM. Right after stream, I'll get you. But chat, I think I'm going to head and wrap it a couple minutes early for a few reasons. One, they just shut off the fucking stream. They're not happy with me in general. Two, I'm not overly interested in doing anything here. And 3, it is raining like crazy outside. And there's a chance I lose internet. So probably just going to avoid that. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it early. Overall, same thesis. 370s, keep an eye on it. 370s in the open. Right now, I'm not overly interested in anything. Doesn't look amazing. If we end up getting back above the open, I can see the thesis for longs back into the broader range high. I can. With that, though, I'm going to call it a night. Beautiful trade. Happy with it. Solid day. Great way to start the week. Fortunately, YouTube is currently really mad at us, so I'll let the other host know so we can avoid that. I'll be back on tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Alan's on 1 a.m. Eastern. Appreciate you guys being here, especially because there was over 200 of you guys till the end. Well, until we got rocked. But I will see you guys tomorrow. You have a great night.